last night, I talked about the Louisville Metro Police Department in Louisville, Kentucky. The police department that murdered Breonna Taylor. And we talked about the 750,000 records that they destroyed in a cover-up because they were sexually abusing children. Now, it came out today that murder charges have been dropped after a civilian found exonerating video. A civilian went around and found the security footage from businesses while the cops were questioning the guy, trying to get him to admit that he committed the crime. Yet another story about the corruption inside the Louisville Metro Police Department. Now, I'm sorry. We did the story about the 750,000 records that the Louisville Metro Police Department destroyed. We did that on Friday. Last night, we did the story of the third grand juror to come forward saying that Attorney General Daniel Cameron helped facilitate a cover-up in the Breonna Taylor case. This is just yet another example of why we need to defund the police. And if you don't know what defund the police means, it means cutting their budgets and using that, by the way, their budgets which are outlandish. Look up the budget for your local police department in your city. Municipalities spend 5, 6, 7 times more on police than they do anything else. We need to defund the police and take that money, which is outlandish, which they've been using. It's all a scam, guys. Our country is based on a military-industrial complex. We have defense contractors that need to sell their gear somewhere to keep them in business and keep making money. So what do? If you don't have enough wars, you sell your gear to police departments. That's why we have police that are incredibly militarized. And they shouldn't be. And they do things like abuse children. And then cover up the records. Murder people in the streets and then cover it up. And one of the cops that murdered Breonna Taylor had multiple sexual harassment allegations against him. Assaulted people that were in his custody. That's why we need to defund the police. Because I will tell you, as someone who has worked closely with police, they are incredibly inept. They are borderline fucking useless. One man's search for video of the shooting from local businesses exonerated his clients. The officers were not the ones to recover the video, which showed a different vehicle than the one the 4 men were riding in. It took a civilian to go this simple step to look around and say, "Hey, we need to see video." But now I take that back. Not all of them are useless, and I actually do have a video of a good cop. I saw it. It's not very good video. But because I'm so hard on police, I do want to actually acknowledge when they do good shit. Now, I've known good cops. I've worked closely with cops in my 20 years in the media business. I had a friend who was an incredibly good cop. And he got shot in the face not that long ago.
Is on fire.
And I am pretty certain that he got shot in the fucking face because he was set up by bad cops.
Now imagine being the police officer responding to that call. Tonight, a Seminole officer in the hospital after running inside his own burning home in order to save his children. This happened early Friday morning. Neighbors of 33-year-old officer Anthony Louis calling 911 to report flames shooting from the roof. His wife had just left for work about an hour before, leaving the couple's 7 and 14-year-old children sleeping alone inside. Surveillance video captured on a neighbor's camera showing Officer Louis run
the cop right here.
first into the flames, vanishing into that fire. A short time later, he's seen shuffling them out the door to safety before collapsing on the front lawn. Officer Louis is now recovering at the hospital, suffering from smoke inhalation and burns on his face, arms, and legs. His home is a total loss. Fellow officers at the Seminole Police Department setting up a fundraiser to help. Within hours, they say donations started pouring in from all over the country.
It has snowballed very quickly. Initially, we got calls from local community here wanting to make donations or help out any way they can. And next thing I know, we got people from out of state, officers from out of state, calling and making donations.
As for the cause of the fire, investigators are still not sure. They think it may have been an electrical fire started on the front porch. Tonight, Officer Louis still has a few more surgeries to undergo on his skin. It's not yet clear when he's going to be released, but we're told he's recovering much faster than expected. Donations to the...
Wow, isn't that the same girl that we saw on Fox News earlier? Or do all these anchors just look alike? So, mad props to that guy. Finally, I get to play a story where a cop was actually protecting and serving the community. It doesn't happen very often.